So you've got your heart set on buying a home in Northern Virginia, but there's a little twist. You've got a house to sell first. So what are your options and which is going to be best for you? Let's find out. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda Davidson, your guide to all things living, eating, sleeping, working, and playing in Northern Virginia. Buying and selling a home are two separate transactions, but they often happen simultaneously. And let me tell you, it can be overwhelming and confusing. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle and a lot of moving parts. We have heard from a number of you expressing concern about selling your home first in order to be able to make that move to Northern Virginia. And yes, it is difficult right now because, as many of you are aware, our market is just not conducive to contingent offers right now. And it really hasn't been in some time. But fear not, my friends, there are options out there to accomplish this. We help relocation clients do this all the time. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering 5 ways to buy and sell a home simultaneously so that you can get settled here in Northern Virginia. Our main goal here is to free up money and equity from your current home in order for you to then be able to purchase your next home, all while minimizing the risk to you and the seller. Sounds like a pretty tall order, right? Don't worry, we do this all the time. I'm gonna dive right in with the most talked about option, and that is a contingent offer. You make your offer contingent upon the sale of your home. This is the absolute most risk for a seller, and because of that, it is next to impossible to pull off in our current market. But if a home has been on the market for some time, and in the current market, some time is, 3 to 4 weeks, I know, really not that long, but if it's been sitting for a little bit or longer, those sellers are going to be much more inclined to take an offer that's contingent upon you selling your current home than a house that just came on the market. Homes that are brand new to the market, you simply are not going to be able to make your offer contingent upon your home sale. There's a lot of risk involved with the seller, and so many properties here are getting multiple offers right now that that's just not feasible in many cases. But I don't want you to take it off the table altogether because it comes down to how long a home has been on the market. And then from there, adjustments can be made on how to approach being able to buy and sell simultaneously. Number 2 is a rent back. So you sell your home and then you rent it back from the new owner for a set period of time. And this is a great option to free up the money that you need to then be able to go ahead and purchase your new home. And it's also a great option to give you some time. It's not a lot of time, but some time, probably 60 days, in order to secure and close on your new home. This is going to depend on what the market is doing, where the home you're selling is located. And that's because if there is low inventory and a ton of demand, like here in Northern Virginia, you will have no problem negotiating a rent back. This is something that we have done for so many sellers over the last 4 to 5 years. It's very attainable to do, but you have to have demand in the market. If you are selling in a market where maybe things are a little bit slower, homes aren't moving as fast, there's more inventory, it's going to be difficult to negotiate that rent back because in those cases, the buyers have a little bit more control than if it's a full-blown seller's market. So absolutely a viable option, but understand what the market conditions are in the location where you're selling a home so that you can determine if it's going to be a viable option there too. Number 3 is buying your new house before you sell your current home. And depending on your financial situation, this may be attainable simply by just going out and purchasing your new home. You qualify for 2 mortgages, and that makes the process very simple. But there are a couple other ways that you can go about it. The first one being, if you need the equity in your current home to purchase your next home, you could look into a home equity line of credit to see if you could access that equity in advance before you sell your home. Or you may be able to tap into savings or get some type of gift for your down payment so that you can go ahead and purchase your next home. This is really going to depend on your financial situation, and this is where a loan officer who understands your full financial profile is really priceless, because you want to know all of this before you start looking for that brand new home in Northern Virginia. Number 4 is short-term rentals, and this is an option I see a lot of relocation clients opt to go with. You go ahead and sell your current home, you make the move to Northern Virginia, source either a short-term rental or an Airbnb, get situated there, and then start the search for your new home. And the downside of this is obviously it means multiple moves and you're probably going to have to put some of your things in storage. The upside though is you have housing. Yes, it's going to be short term, but short term could mean 3-6 months, depending on how long you need to find the right home to get purchased. And that is where I really think it is an upside, because you take the pressure off of yourself with a really tight timeline to find your new home. You give yourself some runway to really be able to get to know the area better and to be able to see varying homes here so that you know and are confident that you're making the right choice when you find the home you want to make an offer on. Last is getting a cash offer on your current home. And sourcing a cash offer on your current home is not difficult in this market, but it is the definition of convenience. And with convenience comes a cost. It's like anything else, like Amazon. Amazon's great, but of course you're going to be paying for Prime and all those benefits. Same thing with getting a cash offer. You won't have to deal with preparing your home for sale. You won't have to deal with the hassle of showings. You won't have to be waiting for it to close. All of that goes off the table. But in return, you're going to be selling your home for below market value. And in some cases, more often than I would ever have guessed if I wasn't in this industry, sometimes money is not the bottom line for every seller. Sometimes it comes down to wanting to make the process as smooth as possible, not deal with all the headaches and the hurdles that come with a traditional sale. And a cash offer certainly checks that box in those cases. But if you are looking to get top dollar or even full on market value for your home, this is probably not going to be the best option for you. It's simply the easiest option. So there you have it. Buying and selling a home in Northern Virginia simultaneously is absolutely possible, and you have a lot of different options. Everybody has options when it comes to buying and selling simultaneously, but determining which option is going to be the best for you is going to take some guidance. So as long as you are working with the right agent or agents, depending on if you are going to be coming from one market to the other, this can be a very smooth and seamless process. You just need someone to help guide you along the way. If you got some value from today's video, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. It helps me out and I really appreciate it. Until I see you on the next one, take care.